Need to make a ton of changes to your Cliniko records all at once? For example, bulk archive or update patient details after a clinic move or transferring from another system, setting concession pricing for your billable items, refreshing contact information for referrers, even changing stock levels for hundreds of products when managing your inventory. Instead of editing these records individually within Cliniko, administrators can now use the data import tool to update existing records in mass. I'll show you how in this video of Cliniko this week. A bulk update works similar to importing new data, but instead of creating new records, it matches the information in your CSV file to your existing Cliniko records and updates them automatically. Matching is done using unique identifiers, also known as the Cliniko ID, for each record type, like patient ID, contact ID, product ID, or billable item ID. If your record has the correct Cliniko ID, we'll match the record automatically. If the Cliniko ID is missing or can't be matched, that record will appear in a failed spreadsheet in your account. Also, to prevent duplicates, no new records will be created for missed match records. In order to prepare your data import file for updating records in bulk, it's best to start with an export from Cliniko, since these files already include the unique Cliniko IDs needed to successfully match and update your records. To do this, head to Settings, Data Exports. From here, in the drop-down for Data to Export, select Patients, Contacts, Products, or Billable Items. If you want to export all your existing records in Cliniko, make sure to select Anytime to Anytime as your date range. For the file format, make sure you select Spreadsheet instead of Data. Finally, these settings are optional, but you can also include previously archived records if you want to unarchive records en masse, as well as receive an email when the data is done generating. Once you're ready, click Export Data. When your file has been generated, you'll need to save the data export to your device. After you download the file, duplicate it and make your updates in the copied spreadsheet. This will keep a copy of your original data intact so you can re-import it or reference it at any time. You'll then make your changes in the new spreadsheet. For example, if you exported your billable items, you can update your concession pricing. Want to archive items in bulk? Locate or add an archived column. Input some text, like the word archive, besides any record you're ready to remove, and leave the cell blank for any items or data that should stay active or unarchived. From here, just make sure to save and keep the file type as a CSV, which is the only supported file format for data imports. Now, head to Settings, Data Imports. Select the Cliniko import type you want to update from the dropdown and click Import. Next, you'll select and upload your updated CSV, then click Next, Match Information. For your import method, instead of creating new records, you'll want to select Update Existing. Cliniko will then automatically detect which column in your spreadsheet contains the Cliniko ID needed to successfully find and match your existing records. Just double check it's correct, otherwise, select it in the spreadsheet column dropdown. Now you'll want to scroll down and select only the fields you want to update. Unticked fields will be skipped. We'll also automatically match your CSV columns to existing fields in Cliniko, but double check that they'll import into the correct ones. Keep in mind, updating any records is permanent, so only select the fields you're 100% sure of changing. To restore old data, you would need to upload a CSV with the previous information. Once everything is set, at the bottom of the page, you'll select Next, Import to Finish. We'll start updating your Cliniko records immediately, but keep in mind the larger the spreadsheet, the more time it'll take to update. You'll also see the status of your updates on the Data Imports page. After that, repeat the process as needed and check your records to make sure all changes have gone through. If a record in your data import CSV can't be matched to an existing Cliniko ID, it will appear in a failed spreadsheet. On the Data Imports page, in the Status column, look for the link showing your failed records. The number in the brackets tells you how many records didn't match. Click the pink Failed link to download the spreadsheet to your device. In the spreadsheet, you'll see exactly which records couldn't be matched or updated, along with a reason why. For example, the error record could not be found means the unique Cliniko ID couldn't be matched with any existing records in your account. This makes it super easy to review and fix any issues before trying the data import again. Bulk or mass updating records can truly save you hours while also keeping your data accurate. Check out our support guide for more tips on how to use data imports. And of course, if you need any help, our support team is always here for you. Bye, Clinica fam.